Can you introduce yourself to us?
My name is Dr. Henry of Abuja, but my federal government name is Robert Henry Andrew Asukoda.
I'm Captain Awa, also known as the Drift Sensei.
Yeah, my name is Sam. Sam Fire.
Sam
Hello.
Fire.
How's your wife now?
Very good. She's pregnant. Quickly.
You're from where? Where are you from?
I'm from Togo. We come from Togo.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So did you guys drive here or you flew?
No, we drive.
You drove?
Yeah.
How was that? How was the experience?
It's too difficult. So long, so far. 12 hours.
12 hours?
Yeah.
My name is Jay Bash, Drift King of Nigeria. I used to be the Drift Prince 2 years ago. I think because I felt like I didn't deserve the name the Drift King because people were actually tagging me on Instagram the name Drift King. I wasn't posting it because I was using Drift Prince of Africa then. So after like a year or two, when I saw that my skills were up to the Drift King, and whenever you set any course, a drift course, I can easily drift it without even stressing myself, and I don't have issues with setting a track or memorizing the track on my brain, so I deserve the title of the Drift King.
What excites me the most about attending FANFARO Fest is just the performance of the cars. The biking community, you need to see the love, you need to see them riding, you need to see speed, you need to see tires burning, you need to see sparks, you need to see pops and bang.
When you talk of FANFARO Auto Fest, you can compare them to other events where we have participated. There is no comparison. It's FANFARO Auto Fest and there is other motorsport events. They are two different things. When you have been in one, you will understand what I'm saying.
We always say it's actually the biggest motorsport event held in Nigeria, whereby it has the most sponsors, it has the most, it takes a lot of months and months and months of preparation, logistics and all of that. So we really thank you, Mr. Scott, for coming through consistently every single year to make the biggest motorsport event in Nigeria.
It takes a whole team, honestly, to achieve what FANFARO has been able to over the past few years. While they plan their events to make sure every aspect of the event is covered and ready, and it really shows. Let me walk you through the preparation process for a high-stakes event like FANFARO Auto Fest. Well, the preparation process is just as exciting as the D-Day itself. From the last-minute tuning and checkups, with what I remember, to make sure everything is in order. It's not easy, but it's definitely worth it.
together for Mr. Adekunle Olaiwaju.
So I want to say thank you for coming all the way, and you're about to have an amazing experience in the city of Ibadan at FANFARO Auto Fest 2020.
One thing about me, whenever I make a promise, there are interviews I've said I'm going to build a turbo car in the, I think, last 4 years. I had an interview here in Ibadan. I came for the FANFARO Auto Fest, I think in 2022, sorry, that was like 2 years ago. So the car I used in the competition was actually a stock car. So I told the other opponent, I was like, yo bro, give me 2 years, I'm going to build the type of your car, and I'm going to come to the competition and kick your ass.
So it's the battle of the champions. Are you rooting for yourself or you have someone in mind?
Yeah, of course I'm rooting for myself, but I'm also rooting for my partner J-Bash.
Okay.
It doesn't matter whether he wins or I win. What matters is one of us takes the win.
All right, I love the spirit.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Captain Awal.
Thank you very
and
much.
I wish you great things.
Yeah, thank you very much. All right.
What car would you be driving in Nigeria for FANFARO?
The car,
Yeah, what car would
the E30 coupe, 6-cylinder.
6-cylinder.
Yes.
Nice. What car would you be using for this?
Okay, I'll be using my Nissan 350Z to compete in the FANFARO Auto Fest.
Main competition this year, who I'm looking out to is Stingray and Company.
If you could race or drift one car on this track, which one would it be and why?
If I'm to race a particular car, I'll be racing the turbo. But if I'm to drift a particular car, it will be the V8 because the power is massive and I believe I can handle some power.
not king, drift prince of Africa.